Hi everyone, it's me, Nina. Let me show you some of the things that I've been doing. This is one of the new hats that I made. I really like the pattern. I ended up just having a skein of this variegated yarn, and I thought, well, that would be pretty because my coat is brown. So I made this. This is the only one I've made of this style so far, and I really like it. It's more like just a beanie, and it kind of just fits good on your head, and it's loose. I really enjoyed making this hat, and I would love to be able to get enough products made ahead of time so that I could maybe start selling a few of them, make a little bit of money. And also another thing that Steve and I have been doing, this was on the 12th, as you can see. We made a bunch more apple butter, and this one is really nice. It's thicker than the last one, and this time we made it in pints and half pints. So I don't remember how many jars we got. Quite a few, probably 20 something, I would think. So also I wanted to tell all the new people that, first of all, thank you all, old and new subscribers, that this is another thing that I enjoy doing. I like to paint. And I just started that probably about 3 years ago. I did this painting, I think it's already been a year or two. So yeah, that's something that I enjoy. I thought I would stick that up just to let you guys that are new see some of the things that I enjoy doing. That is an oil painting that I did. You don't need the glass on front of it, but it won't stay in without that glass in that frame. So that's why I did that one. There's another one that I did that I'm extremely proud of because I am not at all. I've never had lessons. I'm not a professional. I just sat down one day and had a desire, and we went out and got the oil paints, and that's what we did. Can you reach me that painting there, honey?
Oh, I forgot that was heavy.
Yeah, it is. This is the one that I'm extremely proud of. I got a book at a bookstore. Tasha Tudor. She is was an author and an artist, and I had a book of hers that I got at a discount, and I went looking through those pictures, and I seen a picture, well, actually this picture, and so I set that picture up, the book, and got my paints out one day and did this in just no time. So don't be nitpicking too much, but I thought that I did for a very beginner. Bought this frame at Hobby Lobby, and I thought it went really well with it, and this one's hanging up on my wall here in the living room. Now, my grandmothers both liked to do types of art things, even though they were different. My mom's mom loved to draw, and she loved to color, and my dad's mom loved to paint. And she would paint on old pictures and add colors to the black and white pictures, and anything she could get her hands on, she painted. And I don't know if it just carried across in my genes, I don't know. But I remember the first time that I ever really enjoyed doing anything as far as drawing is I was in 4th grade, and we had a still life, I guess it would have been called. The teacher had put a vase of flowers on her desk, and then we were all to try to paint that in any way that we seen fit. You know, for each of us, everyone's was different. Everyone had a different view of the vase and the flowers, and they ended up taking several of those pictures to the local mall, and mine was chosen to go. And I guess the old-fashioned word flabbergasted would have been a very good word to use for myself, because I was like really excited and shocked. And I never got that painting back. It was actually taken. We have no idea why or who or anything. But yeah, the picture was taken, and I never got that back. So somebody else liked that painting. And another thing that I like to do, besides make hats. I finished Steve's blanket finally, the yellow and the blue one that I was making for him. It's just an easy pattern. It was just all double crochets. So got that done for him. Now I'm actually working on a poncho for myself. I had made myself one a couple years ago, and it was a little bit light. And I thought I would love to have had one that was a little bit warmer. She's a young lady, and she's got developmental disabilities, and she fell in love with that. So I gave that to her and decided the other day that I got this yarn that was from Ollie's, and it was on sale, half off for $4.99, and it is the Karen cakes. Now these, I guess, were popular several years ago, so I'm sure that this is just like they get an abundance of things and they sell them cheap, but it's still, it's perfectly fine yarn, and very pretty colors. Be very cute to wear with maybe a turtleneck, cream color turtleneck with a pair of jeans. So let me show you where I've gotten so far. I started it yesterday. I've learned 2 new stitches by doing this, so that's exciting for me. It's not very big yet, but that's the beginning. As you can see, I'm on the right side here. These little balls are called popcorn, and I had just learned how to do these yesterday. So around the popcorn, let me show you up here. It's a little dark. It's got like boxes, see, around the popcorn balls, boxes on the top, boxes on the bottom, so that the popcorn balls will really stand out. And I'm starting on those again on this layer. Boxes on the top of the popcorn, and then below the popcorn I'll have another set of those boxes. And then I'll go back to the double crochet here. So the poncho will be, I'm just doing whatever I like. Like, this is all the yarn that is, it just changes on its own. I'm not having to take it off and replace it or anything. But so this skein started out with the blue and went to the dark blue, and I liked how it did. And every one of these are different, as you can see. Let me show you here. They're all the same colors, but they're wrapped differently. So the way that I'm using them is I'll get different colors every time I have to put on a new one. So anyway, I'm very happy so far with the way that's looking, and with the new popcorn that I have learned how to do. I think it's going to be very cute, and it's just a poncho. I'm going to make it, to where below my elbows, and then the front point and the back point will be past my thighs. So that's what I've been doing. All right, so if you guys don't mind, I'll go ahead and talk a little bit about my Ozempic journey as I'm doing this video. And like I said, I had went to the doctor, my endocrinologist, last week. And now, mind you, years ago, it was way up in the 10 and 11s. It was really bad. And so the Ozempic was working, or is working. The thing is, people are having trouble getting Ozempic. And so the doctor wasn't sure, how long this shortage is going to last. She had no new knowledge, or had not heard anything else about how long the Ozempic's going to be on short supply. But she wants me to go up from 0.5 to 1. And so this last Friday was the day that I was supposed to have taken my new, the new shot. And she wanted me to go up to 1, but I didn't, because she was going to give me some more of the samples in the office so that I would have enough to at least get through to the end of the year. And she didn't even have any samples of it this time at all because of the shortage. So, as you guys know, I am on a patient, I'm not sure, I can't remember the exact name, but I shared it in another Ozempic video a while back. And it's where the company itself actually, I filled out paperwork, how much that we make, and all of that information. And they ended up gifting the medication to me at no cost. And extremely thankful, that I am for that. And I have my medication all the way through the end of December. So after that, I'm not sure what's going to happen. So I honestly didn't want to go move myself up. Well, with her suggestion of moving up to one, I didn't want to do that, knowing that I'm probably not going to be able to get the medication because they are so far behind all over the place. And the reason that I heard that there is such a shortage is because so many people are using the medication to lose weight instead of for type 2 diabetes. Um, my personal thing is, a lot of people get angry because they think, well, I'm a diabetic, I deserve it before anybody else does. Well, yeah, I can see that point very strongly because I am also a diabetic. But the thing is, if there are people that are obese and they've tried and tried to lose weight and have been struggling, um, it's just as important for them to get that weight off, because of what happened with me with the weight and everything caused me to have a heart attack and open heart surgery, I was 55. So yeah, it's, I can see both sides of wanting and needing this drug. Now, I got a comment the other day from one of my really close subscribers that a family member of hers has been having a lot of health problems due to the Ozempic. I want to say that I have read online and I have seen on Facebook has groups that you can join, and I have read some of the stuff on there that some people are having struggles and having problems. I have not, other than being nauseous. And it's not a constant nausea, it just comes and goes. Um, People think that apparently that I have been tired from this Ozempic. It is not from the Ozempic. Now, I will say when I first started taking Ozempic 6 months ago, yeah, it did. It caused me to be very tired. But I got over that after a few months. The reason that I have been going through a flare is because I have chronic fatigue syndrome along with fibromyalgia. And sometimes I go through flares when the weather changes. Sometimes it's just something that happens. And for whatever reason, I was talking to my doctor, as I said last week, because my A1C ended up going up this time. It went to 6.4. Well, the reason she said she thinks it went up, and she's still very happy with my number, because the goal is between 7 and 8 now, if for your A1C test, and mine was still way below the 7. So she was extremely happy. She said, don't feel bad, or change what you're doing, because she said what I'm doing is absolutely working. She did ask me about stress, and I said, well, yeah, I think we all have stress from time to time. And she said, well, that they have found out that really is one thing that will raise your blood sugar. I also know from experience, pain will also raise mine. So I was going through that flare, as you guys know, for a couple weeks. And anytime I'm in a flare, stress can bring that on and make the flare last a lot longer. And then from that, I automatically get more pain, and automatically, apparently, my sugar numbers go way up. So what had happened was, for 2 days in a row, when I was in the worst of the flare, I was getting readings on my, when poke and just read your numbers before your meals, like I do it twice a day before breakfast and dinner. And I told her, I said, exactly, I have kept track of everything that I've put in my mouth for almost 300 days now. I have been doing that. And then I have been keeping track twice a day of when I poke my finger and test my blood. So I pretty much know if I've eaten something that has been the culprit that has raised my, sugar levels. And so I can pretty much pinpoint, like if I, for instance, this evening for dinner, we're going to have spaghetti. And in the spaghetti, Steve is adding hamburger so that it will give us the protein. But I know that tomorrow morning, my number is going to be higher because of that, even though I'll be taking my insulin shot with my dinner. But the doctor explained it so well to me, because she said she doesn't want to up my insulin because it's just periodically when it goes up, high like that. And she can kind of go back because of my track of what I've been eating, and by my numbers, she can kind of tell what days are stressful for me, or if something has happened that day that has really bothered me and made me anxious, or whatever it may be. So yeah, that really is messing with my numbers. So that, to myself, when I heard that, and I thought, there are things going on in all of our lives that we have to deal with. And I have tried and tried to tell you guys, I choose joy. I still try my best to find the joy in everything. I find that if I keep myself busy doing things in the kitchen, keep myself busy crocheting, and I haven't gotten started painting again this winter, but I will. So yeah, I find that if I do those type of things, keep my hands busy. You know what they always say? Exactly. Do you remember how that goes?
Idle hands are a devil's work tool or something like
Work
that.
tools. Yeah, something like that. So that is true. You just keep busy and takes your mind off of things. So when I have days, if something happens and causes my stress, I have got to start thinking of myself. I do. It causes stress. My chest tightens up, and you guys know about my heart condition. I don't want things to. I don't want things to hurt my heart any worse than it already is. So I've got to. I've got to keep busy and just keep asking God for His help. We all face things, and we all go through things that is not easy. And I know even nowadays, I've been talking to people, even relatives that live out of state, and they've been talking about like their electric bills and how wondering how they're going to make it. Another friend that watches the videos I seen today, that her husband put in a wood burner in for them, and I told her, I said, for our first 20 some years of marriage, Steve and I used wood to heat our home, and I miss it. There is nothing like a wood heat to keep you warm. And actually, we have thought about putting one in here. Of course, we have a chimney for the furnace, but I think that it would probably be better to put one in against an outside wall and just put up one of the stovepipes. Probably be a lot easier. That chimney is very old, and it might end up making it crumble if we try to get into the chimney part. I'm not sure. But that is a thought that we've been thinking. We are trying to pay off bills, and even though it might leave less for us to spend, it's okay, because we're doing wonderful. Because even though we have less to spend, it's not because we don't have it. It's because we are paying our bills off. And our goal is in 2 years to have everything paid off. So if that happens, and if God grants us good health and everything, then maybe we will start putting back and buying us that camper that we have wanted for all of our married life, and be able to go camping. I always have my van that I could trade in on a camper maybe. But yeah, I know this isn't all about Ozempic this time, and I didn't want to take the time to make a long Ozempic video when a whole lot's not changed. From the last time that I seen my doctor, I have lost 9 pounds, and that was 3 months, so it's not really that great, but she was very pleased with it. I'm still at a plateau. I had lost the weight from vacation that I had gained a few pounds from that. And I had lost that, and I've lost a couple pounds since then, but it's pretty much the same. You know, it's water weight changes daily. And plus I've decided I'm not going to weigh myself every day. That got to be very, very old and and discouraging for me. So I find that if I just keep track, and Thanksgiving is coming up, and we are going to have a big dinner here at the house. Our house is very small, you guys. It's less than 800 square feet. But you know what? It's a wonderful, just comforting little house that brings me joy, and I love it. And having my mom and her husband Chummy, and we are having my sister Renee and her husband Tim, and I am so excited to have them all to our house for Thanksgiving this year. Steve and I are going to do the dinner part. I told everybody just to well, actually, Mom and Chummy bought the ham. We're fixing ham and turkey, but they bought the ham and it's getting cured out at the Amish place now. It should be done right before Thanksgiving. And so Steve and I are going to fix the big dinner, bulk of the dinner. I asked my sister to bring if she wants a certain type of pop or whatever and a dessert. And Mom is bringing a dessert. And we're going to fix the ham that she had ordered. So I'm excited. Steve and I work so well in the kitchen together, and we just make things as fun as we can. I've got that dishwasher now, so I'm not worried about all the dishes. Oh, and plus I forgot, I had bought in some of those big plates from Sam's Club, the styrofoam plates, so that will work out great too. So anyway, if I don't talk to you guys about Ozempic again for a few weeks, just know that nothing much has changed, and we're just trying to keep busy, and it's getting a lot colder now here in Ohio. It was spitting snow earlier, but it's all melted and it's stopped doing that now. So yes, take care, and I hope that your winter days are warm in your home, bundled up. And if you have something that you like to do to keep your hands busy and your mind busy, write them down in the comments below and let me see what you like to do. I know my mom likes to do word search books. She loves to do those. And I've been also reading a lot. And also, besides reading, when I'm doing my crochet, I have my headphones, and I have got an app from the library that I put on my phone, and that way I have a book on there right now that I'm listening to, and it's called The Three Sisters, and it was about a true story of three sisters and when the war was going on with Hitler and all that. It's been very, very good. So yes, so let me know. Write down in the comments below what you do during the winter to keep yourself busy. And well, another thing I was going to say about my mom. My mom does the word search books, but she loves to clean. That woman is a cleaning machine. She loves it. Steve, he has been reading a lot and studying the Bible, and he likes to play games on his phone. So whatever you guys have been doing, like I said, write them below, and we can start a little conversation up. Maybe write the books that you're reading, and maybe I'll do that out in the comments too. Let you know some of the ones I've read and listened to in the last month and a half. So God bless you all. Thank you for being here and for watching and listening to me. And like I said, our numbers are low on our watch hours, and I know it's because I haven't been making a lot of videos. But those of you that are new, I have so many videos from when I first started the journey that I think you guys would enjoy. Places that we have been here in Ohio. If you like to look at beautiful scenery and all that, you'll find some of those. Go to the playlist and you'll see lots of different videos there. And if you want to do what I do for other people that are content creators, when I'm cleaning my house, I'll put my ear things on and I'll put their videos on, and I'll let those play as I'm cleaning the house, and that way it's giving them watch hours and it's letting me have something keeping me motivated to clean. So if you wouldn't mind doing those things for me, I would really appreciate it. But if not, it's absolutely fine. I am behind on reading Uncle Tom's Cabin. I haven't read it in a few weeks, and I really apologize to the ones that I enjoyed listening to me. I am going to try my best to get back to that. I know I keep saying it, but I am going to try my best in the next day or two to get back and read another chapter for you guys. So the ones of you that might be interested, I have Uncle Tom's Cabin in a playlist on our channel. Go to our the playlist and go down through there and you'll see it. It's titled Uncle Tom's Cabin. And if you would like for me to read you to sleep, or if you would like to for me to read as you're traveling in your car and you have a hookup in your car that you can listen to people on your, from your phone, that would be a suggestion. And or if you're cleaning house and you want to listen to a good book, this book is so much better than what I thought. I should have known it would be a good book, but I knew it had been banned and I wasn't really sure why. And it does have words in it that I would normally not say, but I'm telling you, I've really thoroughly enjoyed this book so far. I can't wait to get it done and see the ending of it. I had never read it before, so I will get back to that. But if you want to catch up with me, you can go ahead and start listening to the ones on the playlist. And then by the time you're done, hopefully I'll have another video made of me reading that. I don't do it in front of the camera. I usually put a picture up or something. And that way you don't have to worry about watching me read the book. You can just go on about your business or watch it, like I said, when you're laying in bed going to sleep. So once again, thank you guys for everything. And I will talk to you on the next video. Bye-bye.